thing I like best about CX1 is just the overall simplicity of the system. You lose the front derailleur, you gain a lot more mud clearance, a lot more efficiency with the drivetrain, and it makes the bike lighter as well too.
The simplicity of it is just so great. I've ridden CX1 on all types of courses this year, in the deepest mud in Belgium and on the driest courses you can find in the US. It shifts nicely, it shifts when I want it to shift, and especially when you're transitioning into something steep, I find that's really reliable.
We were happy to see it coming. I mean, the single ring thing was around for a while, long ago, but there were a lot of problems with it. Drop chains, complexities with bottom brackets and things like that. So it was really nice to see a system that was complete, you know, with a rear derailleur and a properly designed chain ring that would hold the chain on without any kind of guards. We were happy to see it coming.
I started on a one-by bike, and that's how I like to race cyclocross. To be back on a single chainring is awesome. Shifting is excellent, and it doesn't get gunked up. I think it makes life a lot easier and racing that much better.
I think probably the first thing I felt when I rode CX1 was just simplicity. There's nothing up front that's ever going to get gummed up. There's no problems with mud. There's no problems with collecting anything. There's no problems with losing the ability to shift at the time when I need it the most.
It basically cut my work, at least with the shifting side of it, kind of in half. I'm only really worrying about that rear piece of housing to the rear derailleur. The front, not having the front derailleur, not having really any of the shifter bits, any of the housing for the front derailleur, that's kind of all eliminated. So for me, it made the work a lot easier.
Working with the CX1 group in the pits and during a race has been really great. To not worry about front derailleur issues, to not have to worry about mud getting clogged in the front end of the drivetrain is great. And the chain just never leaves the crankset. It's awesome, it's reliable, it's light, it's good looking, and it's a great group set.
Yeah, ever since we got CX1 in October, we've used it pretty much at all the races, you know, and I've had zero issues with it. Yeah, I'll use it at all the races, I think.
Eliminating that front derailleur, eliminating that whole front system, you're able to wash the bike faster because you're not focusing on, you know, really blasting out that front derailleur or getting all that mud.
For gear choices this year, I'm running a 42 in the front and then an 1132 cassette in the back. The 4232 has gotten me up the steepest climbs, and the 1142 is pretty much all I need in a cyclocross course for a sprint, so I found that gear ratio has worked out well.
Now I've been on a 44 ever since with the CX1. It's given me everything I need in the sprints, it's given me everything I need in the road sections. I'll switch down to a 42 when things really get rough, but I think 44 is going to be my chainring choice.
To just take a CX1 crank and plug it into your bike, put the derailleur on, and have a setup with no guards and no chain watchers or anything like that, it's an advantage for sure.
The best thing that I like about CX1 is just the simplicity of it and the fact you can't drop your chain. I mean, that's how you win races, is you don't have mechanicals.